Welcome back to Seahawks.com. Hi again, everyone. Tony Ventrella. This is Seahawks Insider, and my guest is Leon Washington. Thanks for stopping by after the walkthrough today.
Tony, thanks for having me.
Preparation going on for a game against these guys this coming Sunday. A 1-2 team, but they were 13-3 last year.
Yeah, they're a really good team. You know, they do everything so well. You can definitely tell by watching the film, they're a disciplined team. Special teams, offense, and defense, they try not to lose the game. You know where they're going to be. They line up and play, and they're a very, very disciplined team.
And they control that football well. That's one thing last year. Not a lot of penalties, and they don't lose the ball that much. Although this year they have had a few problems.
Yeah, it's kind of strange. Last year they didn't turn the ball over hardly. I think last year on special teams they only had 7 penalties, and they got 7 already this year. So they're not as crisp as they were last year, but they're looking to improve, and so are we.
Let's talk a little about you. Andrew Jackson High School in Florida. What town in Florida is that again?
Jacksonville, Florida.
Oh, okay.
Jacksonville, Florida. Yep.
And obviously a good career there, good enough to be to go to Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Who else recruited you?
I was recruited by everybody. I was Mr. Football in the state of Florida.
Right. Mr. Football 2002.
Yep, right. In the state of Florida. So I got offers from everybody. Coming out of high school, I visited Oklahoma, South Carolina, Florida Gators, Florida State, and Maryland. So those are 5 schools I visited, but when I met Bobby Bowden, he closed the deal.
It was all over.
Yeah.
By the way, there's no Miss Football. I'm just wondering, is that a pageant that you go to? I'm kidding.
Yeah.
There ought to be. There's a Miss Basketball and a Mr. Basketball. I know
yeah.
that much. But okay, good. Mr. Football 2002 on to Florida State, and then the Jets draft you, and now suddenly you stay on the East Coast, but you're in that whole New York thing. Was that okay for you, or what was it, crazy?
I loved it. It was a great transition. Fortunate for me, I actually trained in New Jersey for the combine and for the draft, so I got kind of familiar with it. When I got my name called, by the New York Jets, I thought to myself, wow, Curtis Martin there. What a great guy to go in there and learn how to be professional. So it was an awesome deal for me to be there.
And that's where you started fishing, or were you fishing before that? Because I know you.
A little bit, in Florida before that. Deep sea fishing a little bit off the coast of Jacksonville. But I got up with Chris Baker. We were at the Jets together, and also with the Seattle Seahawks when I came over here. Got up with him. We got into fishing. I definitely enjoyed going out on the boat.
That's what's cool about it. Is it just the relaxed factor that you're totally off to everything else that's going on and focusing on that?
The relaxed part of it, being out in the water, enjoying, the earth, it has so much to offer for you, and also the challenge.
Yeah.
Fish are so smart, so just to go out there and use different tactics, trying to bait them up, trying to bring them in, is awesome.
How's a little tiny thing like that outsmart most men and women that try to catch them? They do it, but how do they do it?
They got a lot of room. It's a big ocean.
That's a good point. All right, we're going to take a second and hear from Coach Carroll and 2 teammates about you and what you bring to the party.
He's an incredible team member. He has a great personality and character on this team, and guys really listen when he talks, and he works like crazy, and he just has a great demeanor about the way he handles his professional way of looking at the game, and he's a great model for young guys. Always plays hard, always gives you everything he's got, always will do whatever you ask him. The first guy to jump up and contribute on a kickoff coverage, wherever he needs to help out, he'll do it. He's a great kid on our team.
Just the way he works. He's one of those guys that he's a small guy, but if you watch him, if he doesn't say too much. If you watch him, he comes in early. He takes care of his body. He watches film. He's in the meeting rooms with his iPad, still watching film while the coaches are talking. So just him and his personality, you always expect to do great and expect good things too. So a good guy, a good teammate, and that's how he really affected this team. I think you can see it in special teams. Everybody wants to block for him. Everybody wants him to get in the end zone because of the person that he is and the way he carries himself.
Played against Leon in the Orange Bowl in 2006. We beat him, Penn State. But even then, he stuck out on film. He jumped out on film. He's a competitor. He loves to compete all the time. Personally, I learned how to work harder. I thought I was a pretty good worker until I got with Leon, and even the days that I want to rest, he wants to come and work, and he pushes me. And those are the type of guys you like to have around you. They help you get better. So for the young guys, they always look at Leon to see what to do, to know what to do, and he's a great example.
Well, what do you know? He had nice things to say about you, but he had to throw that in.
Yeah.
You had to put that in, yeah.
Yeah, he might won't let that go. In 2006, our last year in college, we played Penn State in the Orange Bowl, and it was triple overtime. The kickers were missing the ball, and he pulled that victory out. So he won't never let that go. He reminds me that at least once a week.
All right, hey, that's what a good teammate does. He keeps you humble.
Yep, he definitely does.
All right, Leon, thanks for being with us on Seahawks Insider.
Thanks
Good luck.
for having me. Appreciate it.
Have a great rest of the season, starting this week against Atlanta. That's it for the Insider. I'm Tony Ventrella. See you tomorrow on Seahawks.com.